So I just wanted to show you guys the setup that I have for my quilt. So I actually quilt by hand. So like, I don't know if you can see the little needle that's there, and my little thimble. But basically, this is how I have my quilt set up that I make. And I have these posts that my dad made for me, actually. They're kind of neat. Just made by hand. And then I use C-clamps to clamp the pieces of wood that I have. And these are actually, these were my grandmother's, and she got them from her friend. And then what I use underneath is I use like thumbtacks to keep it nice and tight. All right, and then of course, quilting batten. And I can just show you on this side, because this side is mostly done on this side of the quilt. So this is like what the top of the quilt will look like when it's all nice and finished and quilted. And so basically, if you guys, I wonder if I put this, so I need both hands, but I'm gonna see if I can kind of try and show you without the camera falling down. So yeah, so this is the needle. Like, it's just like an old school like quilting needle. And yeah, you just kind of put it in there, but I usually need like both of my hands in order to be able to get through all the material correctly. But yeah, so that's basically how I set up my quilts. Now this is like a really old quilting pattern that I got from my grandma. So basically I just use a little bit of chalk and I just draw it on, and then when you're done, the chalk just washes right off. It's not an issue at all. The only part that I actually really do of my quilts with a machine is actually the border just on the outside usually, and then of course like the top, the quilt top, I put together with a machine. All right, so there you have it. So yeah, so how I usually do my quilting is a little bit different than how my grandmother showed me when I'm quilting by hand. I just kind of use the thimble on my thumb, which she used to use it on, I think, her second finger. I'm also left-handed, so I do things a little bit more differently than my grandmother used to, because she was right-handed. But so yeah, so basically I just kind of sew it through like that. And most people that I've quilted with, they normally quilt sitting down. And I do have chairs, but I like to quilt standing up just because I find that I can see what I'm doing better.